Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to share a small experience that I had of just finding a ball in a park with my friends while we were going on a walk. And I decided to, hey, let me just kick it. And the moment I kicked it, and I passed it to my friend, and he passed it back, and I passed it to my second friend, and he passed it to my first friend, and he passed it back to me. I realized all of us are very bad at playing football. But at the same time, since we were missing so much each other, passing it was a bit of an issue. So we had to run a lot to get the ball. And something as simple as that made me feel so good. I just suddenly remembered the time when I was 11 years old, when we used to go to stadiums, small stadiums that we have around our buildings, just to play with a ball. And it really put me back into a childhood state, a childish state that felt fantastic. I felt like I was alive again. And my day even started out okay. The day was okay. The sleep wasn't okay. I had an awful nightmare of somebody chasing me to kill me for some reason. And I very specifically remember understanding why this person wanted to get me. I don't know what was the reasoning, but I understood it. I just had this very pristine feeling of knowing this person is chasing me for a reason, and we couldn't really come to an understanding. And it was scary because the whole nightmare I was scared, and I did not feel good. Even when I wake up, I was like in a bit of a shock. Why did I had to have a nightmare of somebody chasing me? It was uncomfortable, it did not feel good. But now that the nightmare is over, I can say it was okay, because it's over, right? And my day started, and I went out to see one of my friends, and my second friend texted me that, hey, let's go for a walk. And we went for a walk in a park, and it was unbelievably windy. It was not walkable. We could barely take a couple of steps, and that's when we found this ball in a park, and we started playing. We started to enjoy it in such a simple manner, and really reminded me that it's been over 15 years since I did that. It's something so basic, so normal, playing football. Because somewhere along the way, we kind of stopped doing that. We kind of stopped going to that stadiums, those small stadiums around our buildings to play those games. And we talked, three people in their 20s, how we should do this. We should keep doing this. And I mentioned that, yeah, for some reason, getting out is the hard part. It's not playing that's hard, it's getting out to meet people and play. That weird moment of transition is hard. Because my friends started to think about, oh, I have work tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna be sleeping late today, so I have this couple of hours to go out. Probably not right now. Maybe I can think about it, doing it on the weekends. And it suddenly got so complicated. And I didn't want to focus on that. I wanted to still focus on the fact that, damn, just throwing a ball was the world to me. And it's little things like that that really brings small joy to me. Actually, no, the joy is tremendous. It's the small things that bring tremendous joy. The fact that when I went to my friend's place, he said that he had some leftover beer and if I would like to take it. And I was like, yeah, I would like to get this small gift from you. I felt so much gratitude. I also felt a bit of shame because every time I get a gift, I feel a very slight hinge of shame. Pinch of shame. I don't know why I'm like that. I feel like most of my life I've been giving instead of receiving, but I feel like I should be equally balanced in that. I should give when I can give, and I should accept gifts when they're offered to me with grace, with gratitude, with thankfulness. I know we get stuck in our heads, not a bit, but a lot. I get stuck in my head a lot. It's so odd having a very beautiful day like that and going back home, and this sudden urge of darkness just overflows you like a tsunami. All those very dark, twisted thoughts come into your head. And the sick thing is, you even associate yourself with those thoughts. You even agree with those thoughts, and they get so dark, makes you want to stop doing anything. And the reasons are plethora. One of my biggest struggles was always having a good relationship with my family. I just like anybody else was feeling like I wanted to be validated, even though I didn't think about it that I wanted to be validated, but I come to realize that I wanted to be validated. The first time I got a proper job at 18 that paid well for the time, I remember my dad saying that, wow, you're actually making more than me right now. And he was so happy for me. I'm trying to use the word proud, but he never said that he was proud. And for some reason it seems to mean a lot to a man, a guy, a boy, when your father tells you that they feel proud. I never got to experience that, so I don't know how that feels and what that means to a person. But the closest thing I got was that moment when he said, wow, you're making more than me, and had a smile, and he was happy, and he was talking to my mom about it. And I resent, mostly in the past tense, my father for the way he is, and that's the reason I never got close to my family. I never felt accepted by my family. So I felt like, so what if my family doesn't accept me? I have friends, and my friends always accepted me. And I always felt like the friends were my real, true family. And I was happy because they accepted me the way I am. And my family never, my biological family never accepted me as I am, with earrings and tattoos and dressing weird for them. Because my country is a very heavily conservative country that doesn't really value individual expression. And I was young, so I couldn't really understand it's just the way things are in my country. Because now I don't resent that. It's just a country with its own culture and its own mindset towards stuff. And subjectively just doesn't fit me. And I always felt I was wrong because of it. Why should I not be accepted the way I am? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm always trying to be kind. I'm always being accepting of other people, no matter how different they are. And I wasn't accepted back. And when your society as a whole doesn't accept you, and your family doesn't accept you, makes you want to go away. But I wasn't able to go away. I had to stay where I was. And over years of staying in that place, I came to understand that's just the way things are. And it's okay. They don't accept me, it's okay. They don't like me, it's okay. I like them though. I like them as people. I even came to a point where I don't resent my family anymore. I came to a place of letting go. Because if you think about it, it was a humongous undertaking, and an impossible undertaking. Changing one person's mindset is almost impossible if they're stuck in their ways. Imagine trying to do that for a whole country and believing you can do that. Now that's delusion, and I was very delusional. Out of positivity, but still delusional. And I think the reason I never liked my father as a young guy was because I saw traits in him that I somewhere was scared was me also. And I even remember the moment when I saw myself in him. I used to call my father the seven deadly sins because he was kind of encompassing all of the elements. He was slothful, he was wrathful, he was envious, he was gluttonous. And a day came when I went home and sat in my room and realized I was happy the way I was until I saw that I'm accepting myself as I am while having all of those traits in a different form, but still the same traits. And it shook me to the core. The very person I was resenting was literally me. And I decided to change. I decided to not be lazy. I decided to not overeat. I decided to not overdrink like him. Sure, I had periods of heavy drinking, but hey, we all have our vices. And I put so much effort to change myself, to not be that, because I always wanted a role model. I'm not sure if that's the case for everybody, but I feel like everybody kind of wants to look up to somebody, and everybody does look up to somebody. For some people it's a musician, for some people it's a superhero, and I seem to always try to find a father figure. And since my biological father wasn't that, I kind of partially attached that to my older friend, who was a father figure to me, but also a genuinely good and a close friend to me. But I went on a tangent of finding a father figure by ways I could, and for me it was unironically YouTube. I actually found my father figures through YouTube. I also never got to experience what it's like to have a grandfather, so I feel like I wanted to feel that whole also. And I ended up with 3 specific individuals that kind of shaped my life, my views, and my outlook to the world. And those people were Alan Watts, Ram Dass, and Terence McKenna, and they were able to fill my life with interest because they were intellectuals, they were kind, they were positive, they were witty, they were finding very clever ways of expressing themselves through thoughts and words, and I wanted that in my life. I wanted to have a proper experience of an older, wiser human teaching me how to live life, because nothing is as complicated as life, and that's the beauty of it also, right? The complexity, the amount of things that exist, that's what makes it beautiful. If it was just 2 things, which was the white color and the black color, it wouldn't really be the same, right? We have 7 colors and infinite gradations of it. We have shapes that are infinite also, and I'm happy. I'm happy for the complexity. I'm happy that I was able to let go of my resentment. And I'm happy that I'm still working on myself. I'm happy if you're trying to improve yourself. I'm happy if you make your everyday just a little bit better. And I want to finish this off by saying, I hope you find peace. I hope you achieve anything you want in life. And I hope you find acceptance that we are the way we are. Thank you for being here. Goodbye, my friend.